Imagine you have an employee dataset where the columns go like employee ID, employee name, and such details. And you have two employees of same name and you quickly want to pull their employee IDs. So are you going to sit and manually hunt those employee IDs while scrolling these hundreds and thousands of rows? That is going to be very painful. But the question is, what are the alternatives? Do we have any alternatives? Not one, not two, we have three such alternatives. Welcome to the Data Girl in the Google Sheet playlist where we learn new formula every day. So as I was talking about alternatives, for looking for any specific value in spreadsheet, we have three lookup formula. The one is VLOOKUP, then we have HLOOKUP, and then my favorite XLOOKUP. So in this video, we are going to learn everything about VLOOKUP. And we'll also see how HLOOKUP works in my next video, and then I'm going to create a dedicated video for the more advanced and modern lookup formula, which is XLOOKUP. So let's understand VLOOKUP in this video. So as you can see on my screen, we have a data set of sales. So we have customer ID, then we have name, we have region, and then we have sales. These four columns we have. And these are the questions that we need to handle with the help of VLOOKUP. The first question goes like, find the sales for customer ID 103. There are two things here. First of all, we have to find the sales for customer ID 103. Okay. So we'll see customer ID. We have one column called customer ID. We have 101, 102, and then we have 103. That is the customer ID. What do we want to look for? We want to look for sales. Correct? So 103, what is the sales for customer 103? It is 15,200. So basically, our answer should be 15,200 and the customer ID is 103. So let's write the formula here. Any formula in Google Sheet starts with an equal to sign, then VLOOKUP. We already got VLOOKUP. The first argument is search key. So the search key is something, the key with respect to you are going to look for the result. In this question, your search key is nothing but customer ID, which is 103. So with respect to customer ID, you are going to find out the sales. Our search key would be customer ID, and we are going to select 103, which is A4. Then the next argument is range. What is the range? Range means the data set, the data range that you have is range. So the range is from A till D. We are going to select the whole range. So we're just going to select the data set, and then we have index. So index means out of the data set that we have, what is the number of that column that we are looking for? What are we looking for? We are looking for sales, right? So index means count the number of column where that sales lies. So let's count the number of column. Column ID is first column, name is second, region is third, and sales is fourth column. So nothing but we have to write the number of column. So that is what index is about. So index is nothing but 4, correct? We had 1, 2, 3, 4. Sales was fourth column. Then comes the fourth argument, it's sorted, which means this is nothing. Google Sheet is asking you that do you want the exact match or you want the approximate match? So in place of is sorted, if we write false, means we want exact match. We do not want Google Sheet to guess, because sometimes what happens, if we are looking for something which is not available in the data set, in that case, Google Sheet automatically starts guessing. It automatically starts looking for the value nearby. We do not want this. We want exact result. So that's why we are not going to give any space for Google Sheet to guess. Hence, we are going to write false. But if you want approximate match, if you know very well that we do not have exact those things present in the data and you want Google Sheet to guess, in that case, you are supposed to write true here. But in my case, I have very clear and cut demand that I want the sales for customer ID 103. There's nothing to guess about. If data is present in the data, give me. Otherwise, just give me an error, right? So that's all my demand is. So now enter and see. We got 15,200. Let's check what was the sales of this customer. Customers 103, and the sale is nothing again, 15,200, right? So we got the Correct result here. Now comes the second question. It is enter customer ID in any cell and return their region. Okay. So the question comes like, suppose here should be your customer ID and then region. So according to this question, if I write 101 here, I should automatically get North as region. This is what the question is asking. So if I write here maybe 116, automatically what should I get? What is the region for this 116 customer ID? It is East. So I should automatically get East. Okay, so that is what this question is all about. Fine, we'll do that. Which means this I9, that will be my search key. Okay, because this is that place where I'm going to enter any customer ID value. And in J9, I should be getting the respective region. That is what the ask is. So let's start writing the VLOOKUP formula. VLOOKUP search key. As I told you, what is my search key? My search key is this cell, because in future this is the cell where I'm going to enter my value. Search key is done. Then comes range. Same formula. Range is nothing but our data set. We are going to select whole data set. And then comes index. What do we want, by the way? We want region. Region lies in third column. First, second, third, right? Region is the third column, so 3. And we do not want Google Sheet to guess. We want exact result. So we are going to write false. Currently you are getting error. Why? Because the search key is empty. Okay. The moment I enter a value which is present in this data set, you'll start getting. So let's check now. I want to check 101. Let's enter customer ID 101. What should we get? We should get North as the region. Let's check. Do we get it or not? That's it. We got it. Right? So this is the column where I'm doing. Let me highlight this. So I entered 101 and I got the region. Okay. Let's check another. Let's enter 113. 113. What should I get? I should get North again. Okay. So this was North again. Let's check something else. Okay. We'll check 108. 108. And what should I get? I should get East, because East is the region for 108. We got East, correct? Let's check something else. Maybe I'll check 123. 123. And I should get West. We got West. Imagine if you give this kind of automated report to your manager. She's going to be super happy because this is going to save her time to a big extent, right? So next time when your manager is asking you to create something, try to put these small formula in your report so her life becomes easier and yours too. Okay, so let's understand the next question. Next question is about error. Okay, so if you would have noticed, when this search key was empty, what was the answer? It was throwing an error. What happens if I enter a customer ID which is not at all present in my data? Let's check. Let's enter 100. We do not have this customer ID 100, so we are going to enter 100 and let's see what happens. Still we get error, right? What happens if we enter 999? Still we are getting error, correct? There's one more reason why we are getting error. First of all, we are entering the wrong value. And second of all, if you remember, in case of in the place of is sorted, we gave false, which means we asked Google Sheet not to guess. Just give me the exact value if you have, otherwise throw me an error. I do not want you to guess. That's what our ask was by writing false here. What happens if we write true? If we write true here, then we are indirectly telling Google Sheet to guess any approximate value. In this case, so when I wrote 999, Google Sheet is guessing the region as North. So this is what happens when you write true here. Google Sheet starts guessing and you'll not get the exact result. But is it the way to handle error? Is it the right way to handle error? No, that's not the right way to handle error. False, writing false and asking Google Sheet to give me exact answer if you have, that is the most common way. Depending upon the situation, when we have a range to decide and all, then we use true. Otherwise, normally we generally go with the false only. Okay. So now this is not looking good. if you are giving this report to a user and you have given this facility that type any customer ID and you'll get the respective region, and all of a sudden maybe user types something wrong, or maybe a data which a customer ID which is not present in your data, and it shows an error that somehow doesn't look good, and it looks like maybe your formula is wrong or something like that. So we'll not make it look like that. We are going to make it look professional. For that, what do we have to do? We'll handle this error. So there's something called if error, which means that if you are getting error through a formula, what value do you want there to appear? So in the beginning, in the very beginning, we are going to write if error. See, you have if error, correct? Open the bracket and then go to the end, to the very end, where our VLOOKUP formula ends. Okay, that will be our whole value. If you see, the first argument of if error is nothing but the value. So in this case, our value will be the whole formula that we just wrote. Then we'll give comma here, and then the second argument is value if error. So what do you want to appear if your answer through formula is an error, is throwing an error? What do you want to appear? In this case, I want the answer to be not found. So if customer has entered any value, any customer ID which is not present in the data set, I want in that case not found to come and not error. And that's what's going to happen. See, I wrote 999 and instead of error, now we have something called not found. So this is looking more professional. Let's try something else. I'll type here maybe 100, not found. Correct? Let's type 109. What happens if I type 109? I get the error. Sorry, I get the region's name. So what was the region's name? Region's name was North. Correct? And as soon as I type 100, I again get not found. So this is looking better than that error message. So that's how these small things can make your report look better and professional. And yeah, so that was one thing. Then comes this. So not always you will get questions like that. Suppose you have this. So here, what do you have? You have customer ID. So your manager calls you and asks that, hey, I have these customer ID I have selected these customers ID. I want you to pull the region and sales quickly. And you have a very large data set. So you're not going to sit and search for 110 and then look for the region and sale and copy paste. That will be a painful task. So let's understand how can we do it. We are going to write VLOOKUP, correct? What is our search key? Our search key again would be customer ID, okay? What is the range? We'll go to the data set. The data set is from A to D, correct? Index, what do we want? We want region. Region lies in third column, 1, 2, 3. Third column. And then is sorted. We want exact result. We do not want to give any space to Google Sheet to guess. So we want false here. That's it. We got South. That was the region for customer ID. Let's write sales as well. VLOOKUP. Search key is our customer ID. We'll go to range. Range is nothing but this data set. And then we have index. This time index would be 4 because we are looking for sales. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sales lies in the fourth column. So we are not going to write 3. We are going to write 4. And then we do not want Google Sheet to guess any value. We want the exact result. 13,200. We got both of them. Now all we need to do is copy paste here. That's it. We have these. So it was so easy and so quick. Within 2 minutes or 5 minutes, you can just give your manager what she wants. That's it. Now comes the second situation. So this was easier to find and you could find it. But now what happens? In the place of customer ID, you have names. So here the search key is names and not customer ID. Will VLOOKUP work? Let's check. We're going to do the same thing. Our search key is name. The range of data is A to D. Index would be, we wanted 1, 2, 3, 3. And then we want exact result. We do not want Google Sheet to be guessing. Did not find value George in VLOOKUP evaluation. So what happens? So this is a limitation of VLOOKUP. I wanted to show you because this is the limitation of VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP always works when the search key is on the absolute left. Here, in this case, customer ID was our search key, and in our data set, customer ID was on exact left, absolute left. That's where the column was lying, right? But in the second case, our search key was going to be name, but name is not on the absolute left. It is second left column. In this case, VLOOKUP fails because it will always want the search key to be established on the absolute left, and it's not going to work if that is not the place where your search key is. So that is a very biggest limitation of VLOOKUP. And the second limitation for VLOOKUP would be if the search key is somewhere in C column and you want to search customer ID. So if your search key is West, okay, and you want to search for customer ID, that also VLOOKUP does not support. So VLOOKUP will always work from left to right. So left should be your search key, and whatever you want to search should be on the right hand side of that search key. If the situation is not like that, VLOOKUP is not going to work. That is a very biggest limitation of VLOOKUP. For example, let's understand we have something called Ethan, right? We have this name and we want to pull out the customer ID of this Ethan. Can we do it? Let's check. VLOOKUP. Our search key is what? Ethan. Okay. Data range is whole thing. We have index as what do we want to search for? We want to search for customer ID, which is 1. The index is 1. This is the first column. And then it's sorted. No, we do not want you to guess. We want the exact result. It just says that did not find VLOOKUP Ethan in VLOOKUP evaluation. The reason is because VLOOKUP cannot accept the fact that we have search key on the right hand side and the thing we are looking for is on left hand side. That way VLOOKUP does not support, and that is the reason we have XLOOKUP. So I hope you understood VLOOKUP and how to solve questions with the help of VLOOKUP, how to look for the values, and and we also saw the limitations of VLOOKUP, when it does not support and when it throws an error. And so in next video, we are going to learn that what are the alternative formula and how can we tackle these issues with the help of another lookup formulas. So yeah, practice by yourself. Do not just watch video and leave, because if you do not practice, you're not going to learn. Things are not going to stay in your mind if you do not practice. Bye bye.